welcome back. We're doing the box for this album, just as a reminder. Okay, doing the lid, we've done the box. It's beautiful. We've still got to put something on the bottom. Now in the previous video, where I did this, my measurements were off, so I started again. I had measured these to go on top of the top, when in actual fact they should go at the sides. They should be at the sides of it, so that gives us that extra width of that for lifting the lid off without actually altering the papers. So when you're measuring it, measure from here to here, which I measured to be 9 5/8, I believe. 9 5/8. And it could be just shy of the 5/8, but do the 5/8 anyway, and you can always trim it because it should be exactly that size. And across the way, what you're going to do is put 2 pieces of cardstock, of this box board. This is one, because you're going to use 2 for the sides. Then put those 2 together, just at the edge here, and then measure from the outside of those 2, from the outside of that to the end here. And that for me measured 8 1/16. 8 1/16, I think I did. 8 1/16. I'll just double check. Yep, 8 1/16. But you do your own measuring. Okay, so this is going to sit inside here. Okay, we've done that. Now we're going to do this. So I've measured. I wasn't sure whether to go for a 2-inch border on my frame, or a not 2 inches, 1.5 inches, or 1 1/4. And I went for 1 1/4. So just highlight those. Just make sure I've got 1 1/4 and 1 1/4. Okay, so I'm just going to draw that line. One and a quarter. And again, 1 1/4. 1 1/4, quarter. This tape is on here because I joined a strip into there to make this whole piece, I think. Is that what I did? Yeah. And I had to join another piece there. It does not affect the strength of it. I've got a really strong masking tape. 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 1 1/4. out of ink here on our little pen. No, we're not. One and a quarter. Oh, looks good. One and a quarter. There we go. So now we're going to cut that out. Okay, I'm not sure which is my sharpest blade. This is a bit wobbly. I'm not keen on that. Oh, that's tightened it. Okay, we'll try this one. I'm going to start with the long... No, let's start with this side here. So the ruler can actually sit on it. And just so we can see that black line, go right in the dead center of it if we can. And go from point to point. Hold this very firmly. To move to a side one now. Well, that's not quite through all the way, but that's okay. We'll go as close as we can, and then we'll come back. I think maybe 4 runs through. 4? Yeah. We'll go back and do one more on that one. And just hope we're still in the same place. Yep, that feels like it's gone through. Yep, beautiful. Yeah, not quite. We'll do one more. It's pretty hard to see actually once you lift it off, so it feels like it. And last one. It's pretty square on. Let's see how we did. masking tape is quite strong that it is hard to cut through. It is quite hard to cut through. Isn't that amazing for masking tape? Okay. Put that in our stash. Okay, I can see we are a little bit rugged in there, so let's try and get that cleaned up. And it is taking just a little away from the width of this, unfortunately. That's okay, it's in the inside. I don't mind a little bit of roughness here because it is going to be covered, but I don't like it too rough where it's uneven. And sometimes when you use a craft knife, especially if you've got a large blade like this, you will tend to tilt. Tilt it so you, or this way or that way, so you do get an uneven piece. Like over here, you can see there's a bit of a uneven between there and there. There was obviously a tilt going that way. So we are going to even that piece up. And we're going to try and go straight. You can see how the blade bends a bit. I'm standing up now, so I should be able to go straight. Oh, how's that? Brilliant. See over here, we've still got a bit of rough there, so we're going to take that off. If you're careful, you may not need to do this. And make sure your blade is sharp. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So, we are now going to cover this with some white cardstock. And I'm using 200 GSM cardstock. And it's going to be unfortunate that I have to have a seam, but that's okay. Let's just get rid of this. I do have some A3 paper, but it's not a cardstock, so it is quite thin, like copy paper. You could use that, but I don't recommend it. Just put my little ruler up there. Whoops. Place that. And then, whoops. And then place that. And it should be straight. Not quite, but never mind. We're okay with that. So we're just going to pop that in the middle, I think, rather than at an edge. Well, actually, no, I think we've got to add this first. We've got to add this first so we can do it all in one. Okay. Let me sit. Oh. Okay, I'm going to take 2 of these off. I think they're pretty much stuck by now. We're going to use our tape, and what I'm going to do is take a whole piece, not quite the length of this side, almost, okay, and then I'm going to put it halfway up there, then we're going to stand it up. Going to use a bit of glue on the top of this lid piece, because that's where the lid is actually going to sit. Okay, so the lid is going to sit there. Make sure it fits. Don't worry about what this other piece looks like. You know I'll put the glue in the wrong place, don't you? The lid goes inside. So it goes on the top here. I had a senior moment there. And I'm allowed to have senior moments because I'm a senior. Okay. Now this is going to, I've kept all my numbers on the outside just in case. So we're going to pop this inside here. Inside. And make sure it's level all the way across, and then inside there. Just hold it for a little bit while that glue dries. It's my husband's fault, you know. I tell you, him and his spoonerisms, they drive me freaking crazy. Before you know it, I'm talking in spoonerisms myself. So wait till the glue dries a decent amount. Okay, and the sides should be even. Okay, and we're going to burnish that. That's one side on. Let's go with, we can take all these off now. I think they've done their job. Great inventions. Really helps. Okay, another piece of this masking tape, and this is Sekisui. I can't remember where I bought it. It's made in Japan. I might have bought it in our Bunnings hardware warehouse. I don't think it was a foreign purchase. Let's pop that in there so we can put this halfway. Okay, and on top here we will put our glue. A nice line of glue. And I'm using art glitter glue still. My favourite. You don't get any bubbles or anything like that when you use it. Okay, bring the lid over and fit it flush against that base there. That's pretty flush straight away. Okay, just give it half a minute. I'll give it a bit more than that, I think. A little bit more. And it dries fairly quickly, that glue, but it doesn't set that quick. So then we're going to go here. And burnish. Now that should be nice and sharp. Great stuff. Now this one. Okay, and very gently and carefully lift this up, lift the frame up and scoot your glue across. Oops. I keep going off the edge. Scoot that glue across there and bring it back in and make sure it is absolutely flush with the base. And you can see that pretty much is flush there. And then let's just, we're pushing that there so that that crease will be sharp. And it is nice and sharp on both sides. See how nice and sharp that is. Last piece. Well then, we went the wrong side. Supposed to go on this side, Stella. Now I'm going to get a fresh piece. Don't settle for. Something I tell my grandchildren. Don't settle for. If you have to wait for the best, then wait. I have recently actually given that advice to one of my beautiful granddaughters. She can't find a decent man. and honestly she's nearly 30, she's up late 20s. Stunningly beautiful. I mean, we're talking stunningly beautiful. She works as a dancer. Don't read anything else into that. She's a dancer. Okay, I'm pushing down and then pop it down. So nice and sharp those edges are. Beautiful. Okay, let's try it. We will have a little bit of leeway because we haven't put any paper on it. We've actually got a 1/4 of an inch. That might be a bit too much. Damn it. I didn't quite want that much. But it's okay. It's okay. Now, long time since I've done one of these, so I'm not quite sure. This is the last one I did. What did I do? How did I do that? Oh, I see how I did it. I see. There, over to there, probably 1/2 inch. Oh, that's where my black thread is. So, okay, it's going to, you need it that way. It's going to come up 1 1/4 inches, 1 3/8 and then down about 1/2 inch on the inside, maybe. Oh, we may as well go down. So there's 2. Let's go 2 1/8. What I'm going to do first, measure that 2 1/8. Grab my big ruler. Okay, that's 2 1/8. That's where I'll cut off. So this, I need 2 1/8 from that line. Two and 1/8. And that looks pretty good. Okay, so that's where my box is going to sit. So I'm just going to put in some creases, that's all. Just put in some creases. Well, that gets cut, so that's my crease there. If you want me to scribble all over your papers, make sure they go on the inside. That's an obvious thing. Okay, so let's just have a look and see. That is perfect. Okay, so that's that side. Push push that up against that, and then we'll draw a line here for that side. It's a bit crooked. Of course it is. So the length here should be almost 9 3/4. So 9 2 4 6 eighths, 5 4 11 13 11 16ths, I think. It's definitely a good thing to play with the numbers first and pencil everything in. Yep. I'll just give this middle piece a bit of a score. Okay, that fits well. Fits well. Okay, let's make sure we've got excuse me, enough room here on the sides, and only just so that goes. Make sure they're equal. Okay. I do like to give myself some crease start there. Another crease start here. And then let's pop this in. We can actually wait until we've covered it before we cut. Before we cut. Okay, this is a bit long. We can cut off just ½ inch or so. Maybe 5/8. The inside is going to be covered as well, so don't be too worried about that. Okay, let's fold these over. It has been a while since I've done one of these. Okay, let me just look at that again. See how I did the sides. Okay. So we are going to cut off to there, and then we are going to, on the, whoops, we're cutting that, then we are going to wedge this piece. I'm just just going an 1/8 of an inch wedge right up to, not over that score line, and then the same on the other side. Okay. And same on the other side of this one. Across to there, to the score line. Oops. Let's get that straight still. Okay. Straight. You still haven't done it straight. Okay. And you probably should cut that. Okay, I'm not still 100% sure on what I'm doing here, okay? So that's going to go in. And that goes over. Sorry. I've got this little flap over here which I cut later. So let's pop this in place. I am going to use some tape and glue. Tape right to there. It's funny, as you get older, anything that you used to do with your eyes closed, you forget. I've forgotten how to do this. Seriously? You're being ornery. Oi. And I am going to put some glue as well. Because we've got a gap between them, so that's good. Let's make sure we are within our lines. That one's good, because once you stick the tape down, that's it, buddy, it's down. Okay, ruler. I'm just eyeballing about half an inch, maybe a tad more. Just eyeballing it. Okay. And this is where I cut out at and to there. Okay. And I may actually not use, we can part there. Let's put some glue in you. All that pushing and pulling. I'm just going to stick another piece of masking tape just on that. This, pull it over and crease it. Okay, you can see where we are there. And we've got a little bit of a fold here. So we are just going to crease that a bit so we can see it, and now we are just going to snip that off. Okay. I'm just going to use glue for all of it. Don't forget to put glue over the fold there, right at the edges. Fill that in. and fill this in. Just a bit more glue there, I think. Okay, lift it up. And then fold it over. Again, push that in, pushing that glue right into that box board. And fold it up and some more burnishing. Okay, that's one side of our box done. Okay, and this one is just a little bit large, so fold it over. A little crease on the corners to show us how much we've got to cut off. You can see that. Maybe you can't. You can see that little bit of a crease there where we've got to cut off. There, and on this side it's fairly well standing up. Now this one needs to go right to the box. Let's see how we go. And we've cut off a bit too much. We've got some. It's okay. Don't worry about it. These things are fixable. Okay. Glue right along up to the box board, into that gully there. And the edges, always make sure you've got the edges covered. And let's push it in there. Now we're going to fold it over tightly. That's nice. Now, I don't know if we're going to need these bits. Probably not, because I think I'm going to use, let's cut them off, let's cut that whole thing off. I think I'm going to use hinges for the corners. So, cut them off. Okay, fold it over all the way across. Make sure you pull it up and fold it over. Now I think I'm going to glue this first before I do this part. So we're going right to the edge of the box board there, up to the gully, and then across. Okay, well that gives us a stable workpiece for there. Okay. Now we need to take some scissors, and you can see how we've got this length comes right to the end of here. So we've got this little bit left over. So let's just cut it to there. And on this side, just cut it there. And actually this is a bit long. Ouch. So now let's put glue in that 1/2 inch flap along next to the box board and right across up to the edge. And let's fold it over. It should fit perfectly now. Fold over and crease it up. I don't think I need to do much here. Let's just take off, because I am going to put a hinge over here to cover the corner. So we'll just take off that little bit and glue that across there. We're just leaving 1/4 inch. Bit of glue on that and fold it over on top of there. So on the top you cannot see any grey board. You can't see anything because you've got that little piece covering it. Okay, so let's do the same for here. Folding that over. Now let's just put our glue in. And these sides are a little bit tougher to do, simply because we've got a double paper there. We've got a join. This one's quite large, and we need to take off a little bit of this. Be straight, Stella, be straight. This one's only got a little bit. Okay, right across the box board and over here. Oops. Pull it over. Straight. Okay, and this side. Once they're stuck, they are fine. Okay, these pieces we cut off, we're going to use them. So we are just going to, let's just measure that. 5/16. One and 5/16. I could be a bit more pedantic and really measure them properly, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to do it this way, and then fold them in half, and then we're going to miter the corners just up to the crease, not beyond it, not on it. So that one's just a little bit, it went off to the right a bit, so we will take a little smidge there. And fit that on. Crease the corners so that they are straight, and that's what we've got, a really nice clean edge. Okay, and here was another one. I'm just going to fold like I did before. Oops, let's fold with our pencil mark inside. Perfect fit. Perhaps just a little hair off. Another one. What did I say? 1 5/8 or something. Did I say that? No, it was 1 5/16, Stella. 2, 4, 5. Okay. Just fold it. Make sure we are the right size. Perfect. And wedge. Whoops, I can tell that one's going to be off. Right up to that corner. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to do the inside ones. One and 5/16. That's pretty much it. Now this time we are working from the inside, so we are going to glue on the outside. That's a little bit tall. Trim off a hair, go back in, trim off another hair, back in. I think that should be it. I am going to measure each one individually. Okay, glue on the outside. And if you do have a little bit of uplift on the top, just push it down to the bottom. Just a hair off this one too. Two more. Yep, still need a hair off. The other one. Last one for the moment. Yep, another hair off. pushing that into the corner with the edge of my burnishing tool. Okay, that's them all done. Clear up this mess. Then we'll cut out our centerpiece. Slug of water. Nice. Okay. Now I'm going to have to free this, freehand it, because my ruler won't fit, and that'll fit. Just go from that edge to the, oops, not quite straight. Are we ever straight, Stella? Nah, we never straight. Well, you know, not straight. Doesn't matter. Okay, I seem to have lost. There it is. So I'm going to chance it and just slowly cut off that little triangle there, right to that point. Doesn't have to be perfect. Straight-ish, Stella, straight-ish. Good one. Let's whip it over and just do the pieces we forgot to do. Cut into the corner there. Now fold it over. Polish the top so that it's nice and square. Okay, we've got a rip there. Whoops. Where that belongs. Not happy because I wasn't straight. You have to be straight. where's the one I messed up with? This one. We'll do that one first. Get our glue. Do these little bits first. Put one to either side. Make sure you put some glue across box board edge. And flip that over. You can see where going straight is really important. See, I've just screwed that up. Those double folds are always going to be a bother, so give them plenty of burnishing. Let's see how much damage we've done there. A little bit, but I'm going to be putting this on here, and I'm going to be cutting around there so it won't get seen. But on the inside, I'm just going to put a little bit of card. And what are we going to do? We're going to have a point, aren't we? A little triangle. Like that. Just going to put that in there. Just for aesthetics, when you open the lid. It's not necessary, but because we are putting decorative wrong one. Wrong one. It's okay. Just little scraps. So if you've got any little bits that don't seem right, use the scraps. Put that scrap in there. The others are okay, I think. Now we'll put scraps in. And this one, just snip that right to the corner. next thing I'm going to do is my acetate, and since I don't have acetate, we are going to be using I know what it is. I know what it is. Yeah, you know what it is, don't you? You know what it is. Okay. I'm going to put the acetate before we put anything else in here, so we're going to do that first. Laminating. That's what we're doing. We're laminating. Let that heat up. There's still something else I've got to do. This is my front piece. I've got to cut this to size. Oh, dusty. Shows you how often I use it. Let's put you over here for now. Okay, I've got a light source here. And of course it's not turned on. Brilliant this is. I used to use this a lot when I was designing doll patterns. That's all it is. Just that. Thin as. Bit of Perspex. It's got 3 settings. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put my picture there. And it's going to put my lid over my picture. So, should I go further down or center it? Oi. Okay, that's the side I'm going to be cutting into. So I think we'll go to here. I'm just going to make some little drawings. And then here. So we're not having that part. This goes to there. Okay. Let's just have a look. Yep, that's good. That side or that side? Okay, so that looks like it's pretty straight. Now, there's no guarantee my pencil mark is straight, so we're going as straight as we can, and I'm going to add what am I going to add here? 1/8 of an inch and 1/8 of an inch there, and the same here. When I'm actually taking it off, this, it's not this I want, it's this part with that. And then I have to cut some off here. So I'm just roughly doing this, but I'm leaving myself some wiggle room. So that if I cut it too short, then we're fine. Okay, take that off. Oops. Why is that not working? Maybe because it's not sitting flat still. Sit it flat and you might have better results. It's supposed to be. Oh, you haven't turned it on, you silly moo. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I'm not going to cut it by hand. We are going to go with this. So we'll cut where our line is. And we'll cut, it looks like 1/8 of an inch there. Another 1/8 of an inch there. Okay, I'm liking the fit. I'm liking the fit there. We've got between a 1/16 and 1/8 of an inch round. So we just need to take off 1/8 of an inch at the bottom. I'm going just a little bit more than 1/8. Okay, it's still a little bit. Why are things not straight? Okay, that looks good. I need just a little bit more off the top there. Okay. Happy? Happy? Let's redraw. Okay. We're redrawing. And that's very important to get the front and the back where you want it. So that's that. And we're still not quite right. That's it. just going to grab the light source again. You can do this up against a window if you haven't got one of these little gadgets. They're not terribly dear. Okay, so that is basically it. Okay, which of those lines? Eraser. Thank you. Just take some of them away. So that's the line I'm working on. Now here, oh, you've just moved it. Here we are going to go from, we're just going to follow a line. This is the it is that piece, yeah. I wish there was some way to clip this, but there isn't. Just be diligent, just be careful, and you'll get there. I'm telling myself. Okay. So, this is the piece I'm using. So I'm going to draw from here. We're going to go all the way up, or just, not quite sure. Let's go all the way up and see what that does. Up to there. So, can I see that? Yeah, I can just see the line cutting around there and there, and that just gives me that little bit in here. Oops. I'm actually going to go down here, I think. I'm not going to do that top bit. So that's what we've got. You can vaguely see the line, my pencil line. I don't know if you can, but I can. I can see my pencil line. Can you see it behind there? My pencil line is coming up from here. It's going round there. I will probably cut it a little bit more in. But that's it. And down round here. And these parts will obviously be still on the frame. to take that rose. I'm going to keep that rose. Sorry about this, but I am going to keep that rose. How you can do that, Stars? To just go from here to there. So I'm keeping that rose, but not the tulip. So it'll go around there, and then it'll go straight up. Okay. Again, I just need to find out where it's going to sit. That's good. I like that. Let's just grab our ruler and we are going to do this. I'm taking 1/8 of an inch there. And on the other side, I'm taking 1/8 of an inch. This could be just a little awkward. Okay, and at the top, we're going to cut that 1/8 of an inch there. That could be a little bit wider. And when you're doing this, make sure you keep straight where it's supposed to go. Otherwise your measurements will be out. 1/8 of an inch in. Okay. So where I need to cut, just take this off. Get that back. Okay, now we are going to cut from there to there. Cut that to that. From that to that. And again from there to there. Same thing on the top. must be blunt. You must be blunt. So let's see if we can get in there with scissors. Oh shoot, no. Thank goodness. Thank goodness it didn't work. I mean, we're going to put tape over that. We don't want to cut this one. We just want to cut from there to there. Oh my goodness. So I'm just going to have to put some tape or something over here. And just ordinary sellotape will do. Okay, don't worry too much, because we are laminating this as well. From here to here, and you use the same blunt blades, don't you? Not having much luck with my blades, actually. Got a line there. Bit of a shame. And there. Okay, I've got this other little blade thing. If I can find it, here we go. I'm not quite sure how to use this. We'll see how we use it. Okay, it seems okay. Right, let's go. Right up to there. And this is just a quick temporary cutout, because we're going back to finesse it later. It's not a bad little blade. Whoops, that is not good. Let's see how it fits though. Okay, we can afford to take a smidge off that one, which we will do. We'll take a 1/16 of an inch off. can afford to take a little off this one too. Okay, now I'm going to use scissors. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. That fits lovely, that fits lovely. Maybe down a tad. That's gorgeous. Love it. So, I'm just going to turn that off for a sec. I don't need it right now. Okay, let's get in with, I'm going to start with the blade, just to give me a little start here. I'll go underneath. I'm going quite close to the flowers on the outside part. I don't want to cut these small ones too thin. I may do some inking in the different colours. Bit of sellotape. Let's go in there. Okay, what have we got? Pink, purple, yellow. Let's see what we've got. So purple, yellow, and here it is, right at the back, pink. Already used purple on another project, so I'll just continue with this piece. There we go. Bit more purple there. And that's all for the purple. And Let's go with the yellow. And we're going to go green as well. Forgot about the green. Looks like that was green ones. Let's go for that one. Okay, that's cool. Just a little bit of that. Now, let's turn that back on. We need our, what do you call it? Forgotten again what it is. Laminator. Okay, I've just got a piece of copy paper. And I am going to cut to the same size as this. Two sheets of laminating. First one I'm going to put through as it is to create my creating my acrylic thing, my window. Okay. Just let that go through. And this works perfectly. So if you've got a laminator, then go with that for your acetate. It looks like it's got, you know, it's wavy, but it's not. It works out really well. Okay, lay that flat. Now, for the other piece, open it up. We're going to put in our piece of copy paper. Then on top of that, I'm going to put in this, our front. Just make sure they match up. Okay, now we're doing this because we don't want the whole thing laminated. We only want the front laminated, not the back. So once we cut it apart, that back, because it's got a piece of paper in there, that paper is not going to stick to the back of the picture. And we are going to do some more trimming. Or instead of putting the acetate on the inside, we can just use this and you do it on the outside. Let's see how we go. Okay, lay that flat. I'll just turn this off. Get it out of my way. Okay, let's see how we've done. I'm going to trim this off right at the end of our image. See? That sheet of copy paper has got laminate on the back. We don't want that. Now we can just peel off what is sticking in there, and then we're going to cut again. Okay, I'm going to cut again. You might think, bollocks to that, it's just too much work, but oh my, it is, once you see the final outcome, it is just awesome. It is just beautiful. So, let's just go and cut around again. But you don't have to laminate this piece if you don't want to. It's just a personal choice I made. Let's use a blade. Of course, around there we will have to do it by hand. it's easy to cut the laminate, because that's all you're cutting, just the laminate around it. If you happen to go a little bit into your picture, don't worry. I like to cut away all these extra bits. Obviously I was wrong about it sticking to here. It's stuck. So you've got to have your acetate inside, but isn't that gorgeous? And it's really got a nice shine to it. Yes. Now, let's grab this piece. And how much do we need? Let's just... I'm not even measuring, I'm just looking, eyeballing. Save that piece. Cool, awesome. And we've got our acetate. Right, first thing, we're going to use some tape. I'm going to put it around close to the edge, but not on the edge. We're like maybe a 32nd of an inch. Quite difficult to see. Let's see if my camera light will help. Yes, it does. Okay, burnish that. Burnish it well. Okay, let's take off the backing. Okay, plus I am going to use some glue. In the middle of the tape and on the edge of the tape, and up here, middle of the tape, down the edge. And then, oops. Then we're going to pop this inside. Yet. A little bit dirty there, but we've got a cloth just handy. And I used to dry it. I use a tissue. Because there's no laminating on the back, this is going to be so easy to set down, and we are going to glue it to this, just on these pieces here. So I am going to use some tape and glue. We're going to put tape all the way around the edge. Just a little framework of tape there. Okay, let's put another piece of tape round just before you get to the edge of there, because you don't want to see the tape. Up here, I think we'll go 2 rows up here. One close to that edge there, and this one close to those edges there. And then that one close to that edge. All the blanks will fill in with glue. So okay, I am going to put some more tape across here. I don't want to see too much tape. Okay, where's the other piece? I just want to test something. Let's just put a piece of tape across there. See what it looks like on the other side. Not nice. Not nice at all. But what will glue look like on the other side? Probably the same. Not nice. So let's just smooth that glue. That's pretty messy too. So we're not going to fill that in with tape or glue. I would have preferred to do that, but I don't want the inside looking awful. Of course, I could do another one of these, reverse it to pop on the inside of here, but I think that's taking it just a little too far. Do you agree? I'm taking all of these off. Oh shoot. Oh, can you see those pencil? Oh, I sure hope not. Can't rub them off now. I'm going to add some glue to where you can't see it, like down here. Up there. Oops. It stuck down before I wanted it to. But wow. Oh my gosh, wow. I am so absolutely thrilled with that. That's beautiful. Okay. Wow. Oh, we're not finished yet. No, no, no. Get rid of some rubbish. We are going to cover the ends, the insides and the outsides. Cover all the insides and the sides up there and all these sides here. Well, you can only see a little bit of my pencil work. Damn it. I didn't want you to see any of it. So be careful of that before you start sticking stuff. Rub your pencil marks out. Right, let's see what papers we've got. We've got 2 of these, 3 of these. What was I going to use that for? Oh, that was for a different style. I'm thinking I'm going to use these for the outsides. I don't have to go that way. We'll use these for the outsides. And another. So I'm going for something that will go there. Just working out a measurement, that's all. So that and that there, taking off an 1/8 inch. So, may as well use all these that I've got rather than take new ones. Or not. Or not, or not. I really like this one. So, let's just trim this. And I'll tell you how much of a trim is going to be. That trim is, take an 1/8 off there. 1, 2 and 3/8. 2 and 3/8. Yep. Two and 3/8 by, where's the ruler? I've got so much crap lying around here, I've lost everything. Here we go. By, let's have an 1/8 of an inch either side, so by 7 and 13/16. I'm going to go 7 3/4, and that's going to give me plenty of space either side. So 7 3/4. That's that. Okay. So I've cut this one a little wider than is necessary because I do want to cover my pencil line. You see my pencil lines in there? You can see them, they're pretty grotty. So I've just gone another 1/8 of an inch in there, which is good. But first, we have to put hinges across here for security. So we will grab a piece of this is a 280 GSM cardstock. I think that's about an inch. just need 4 of these. Just score them down the middle. If they're not quite an inch, that really doesn't matter, as long as they're not too narrow. What is there? What is there, honestly? Something in the middle of my scoring board, something in there that always makes my tool jump. I don't know what it is. Not quite an inch, maybe 7/8 of an inch. It doesn't matter, it's okay. Okay, let's pop that away. Let's fold these, and they're not going to be even, so it doesn't matter. They're going to get covered. Right, we'll keep 2 for the long sides. Let's see what we need for here. Make sure that is the correct size, it's perfect. So let's cut the other one the same size. Okay, wedge the corners. And we are gluing on the outside, on the mountain side. This probably should have been done beforehand, but we got to it in the end. I hope you stuck with me, because this is a great project. Okay, let's measure these ones. And don't forget to put some glue on that mountain there, right at the tip. The tip top of that mountain. Looking good. I'm so chuffed at the way it's turned out, and it's going to a really beautiful elderly lady for her 90th. Not saying who she is. Okay, we cut one, didn't we? Where did we put it? There it is. And that's going to go in this side. So I'm just going to use glue. You can use both, glue and tape. Or just tape, it's up to you. Pop that in. Push it right to that crease in there. My client for getting this is getting the box for free. I'm not charging them for the box. Because they're family. Okay, another one up here, and let's have some more. Throw some more flowers. Oh, what a bummer that that's not enough. So, oh God, what did I say it was going to be? I forgot. We have to measure in. Was that 7 3/4? 7 3/4 by, I don't need that extra 1/8 of an inch, so that's 1 1/4 and 1 1/8, so that's 2 3/8. That's it. And we'll score it from the top. We'll score it at 1 1/8. 1 1/8, yeah. Scoring at 1 1/8. Oops, goes that way. Oops. See a little bit of it there, but I'm not going to stress over it. That's okay. Now, doesn't fit. I can probably get 2 of these in. So this measurement needs to be 9 3/8. And I didn't write that down, you silly woman. You didn't write that down. What's the matter with you? So that's 1 1/8. 2 3/8. Oh, so close it just might be the same size. Oh, you beauty. Love it when that happens. Okay, we are skew away from the camera. I think it was 1 1/8, wasn't it? Yeah, 1 1/8. Shoot. What did I just draw? Must be this. Okay, 1 1/8. And this one the same. Hopefully that is pretty darn close to that line we had there. If you've stayed with me through all of this, I can't thank you enough. You've been brilliant. It's a pretty good project though. I think I do need to cut that back just a bit. No. Yes, I am going to cut that back a bit. I'm going to take off not quite an eighth of an inch on this thicker edge. Maybe a 16th of an inch. That's better. And with the other one, the other one's okay. Yippity doo dah. Okay. Glue. Okay, for this entire box I have used one, and it's on its last, one little bottle of glue, and it was filled to the brim. But we are skating at the edge now. Now, if I was sure of myself, I would miter this corner. Just run the blade down there and lift that piece up. I'm not that sure of myself, so we're leaving it. We are leaving it there. Had I thought about it beforehand, I could have marked that on the off side and not put glue on it. So if you're thinking of mitering the corners, do that. yeah, some light. Okay. There's our box. That's the way it goes, and that's the way that goes. Oh, we're not finished. We are not finished. So what I'm thinking, instead of, no, it's not long enough. Never mind what I'm thinking. So we want a piece or two pieces at, pencil please, thank you. Two pieces at 9 5/8. And you've just written 5 5/8. 9, Stella. 9 5/8. So we need 2 at that by 1 1/8. 1 1/8. And the short sides we are going for 7 and 15/16. Love those little measurements. By 1 1/8. So we need 2 of each of them. This is what we're using. Let's try this one first. See if we can get them all out of here. Okay, we might be able to, you know, get them all out of here. What's the width of that one? There's 8 1/4. So there's not much wiggle room there. Glue sticks to me. Not much wiggle room, but I do want to get rid of some of this white. So let's just whip off 1/8 of an inch there. Okay, 9 5/8. Well, we've got plenty of wiggle room there. Plenty of room. So we can take off some of this white. Easy peasy, we'll take off quite a bit of that white actually. And some more on the bottom. Okay, so we want it to be 9 5/8. Let's go there. 9 5/8 is in there. You know what I should have done? I should have cut the short ones first because I had like 11 3/4 length, pretty much. Yeah, 11 3/4 would have done me. Oh, that's for the outs. Hang on. the outside. So let's cut off 1 1/8 there. Whoops, sorry. Whoops. Let's cut off 1 1/8 there. Okay, that's for a short side, and we want it to be 7 15/16. That's all the way up to there. Let's just make sure that we're going to fit. And that is pretty good. That is pretty good there. So we want this one to be 9 5/8. 9 5/8. I don't have enough because that's not 1 1/8. That's alright because we've got 2 pieces. And that is too small. It's fine. So 1 1/8 here. A good thickness, and another 1 1/8. And the short ends 1 1/8. One end. 1/8. By 7 15/16. So I managed to do it on one sheet, I think. Okay. Now decide which way you want them to go. I'm actually going to use tape and glue for this. I just want the extra security on it because it's on the sides. and I've moved it a little, so we're going to try and move it up. It's okay. Do something about that light. That's better. One of these days I'll fix my camera so that it goes overhead, and then I won't have much problem with lighting. Well, that's the theory anyway. That is the theory. My only other option would be to move my room around so that my desk is the other side of the room, where the window, this window is just on my left side. It's just like 4 feet away from me. I don't get much sun in this room, but still there's enough glare coming through that it affects my camera. Okay, we are done. Oh, isn't that a song by the Madden Brothers? I love those guys. Benji and Benji and Joel. Okay, I am going to be decorating a little. The album, if you recall, has got Mum on it. Now that is perfect for me to put Mum again on there. So I don't think I'll put any other flowers on, because we've got enough there. I may put a ribbon or something. Let's have a look, see what it looks like in its home. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? That is so special. Wow, and it's bloody heavy too. That is... Oh look, we're not finished. And there we've got one that's almost... I just need 1/8 of an inch off 2 sides. Let's take that 1/8 of an inch off there. And on this one. Let's see how we go. Yeah, it's a pretty perfect fit. Pretty much perfect. So, which is the top? Haha! Let me just tape this out for a moment. There it is. Okay, now we are going to use those sheets of adhesive for this. That's all we'll need. One sheet. You can see my markings. This is what I was going to use. I changed my mind 3 times, I think. And I'm real happy with what I've done now. Come on, be a sport. That's the way. A little bit of glue, some wiggle room. Going that way, I think. We don't want the overhangs. Okay, check for overhangs. And yep, there's one. Just the one. How good is that? I'll just put this little piece there. All the cut-offs definitely come in handy with this, even the small pieces. So let's start by taking that piece off. Then we'll turn this one over. Let's have some glue in there. Gently when you're doing this, and you've got your decorative paper, otherwise you'll gouge a hole. Been there, done that. Okay. I'm probably going to put a little label on this. Definitely something up here. Mum's Garden of Love, maybe. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed this journey as much as I have. Well, you probably haven't, but you know, I have really thoroughly enjoyed this. Absolutely thoroughly enjoyed this. And there's our album. We've been through this before. So if you stayed with me all the way through, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. I would love your comments. And if you'd like to subscribe to see any more of my videos, I would really appreciate that too. Because you matter. Watching my videos and telling me what you think, you matter. Very much so. So, thank you very much. And I hope to see you next video. Actually, I will probably do a quick look once I've put in a label up there. I'll just do a quick 5-minute video. Okay, in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and keep well and stay safe out there. Bye bye.